What's up, guys? You're watching the Quezt, and I'm your host, Robert Dylan Vasquez. What's up, guys? We're out here for episode 17. It's May 7th, 2021. I'm recording late, and I don't like doing that, but we're here. You're here with Robert Rockefeller Vasquez, dude. I'm not a businessman. I'm a business man. One of my favorite quotes. I'm recording late because I had to set up some new studio stuff, as you guys will see in said podcast. I'm just trying to enhance the experience, dude. We're 17 episodes deep. I gotta do something different. I gotta mix things up a little bit. What's up, guys? How's your week been? You can't answer me right now, but throw some comments in. Do something. I did not go to the Comedy Zone yesterday. TBD on when I will return there. Dude, before we get into the imprint, because it's a very, very special imprint, I need to explain a little bit of the technology that we have here today. So I got a Stream Deck, and I'm recording this on OBS now exclusively because I used to record the video on one program and the audio on another one, and then I'd have to mix it together, and it was just a hassle. So now, with the new recording, I can have a soundboard. Like, I can have sound effects and stuff, and I thought that it would be cool to just set some up and then just do the Quest, and when appropriate, hit one of these little gnarly buttons right here and enhance the experience, enhance my experience. It's going to help me tell you guys about people throughout my day and be able to describe them a lot better to you guys. Go ahead. It was raining the other day, and I was on break at work, and my break is 20 minutes, and I was out there 18 minutes, and I was like, oh, I have 2 more minutes. Do the math. Quick math. 2 more minutes. And then in that 120 seconds, it started pouring down rain. And I mean cats and dogs. And so I'm sitting in my car like I'm so mad. I'm so mad because when I went into work, I brought a jacket inside and I left it inside because I didn't think it was going to rain. So now I'm having to walk back in the rain. And that is how you describe that situation. We got some more that we'll play with here in a minute. Let's get to the imprint of the week, dude. Let me start off by saying very merry happy birthday to Imprint Jones. Dude, the reason we do the imprint of the week is because he's a dedicated numero uno amigo. Numero uno amigo. Imprint of the week. I'm going to read this off my phone because there's no way that I can read it off the board. Okay, so imprint for episode 17. If Robert Dylan Vasquez and MoonRouteStudios teamed up with either Marvel Studios or Warner Bros. Pictures to make a comic book movie about my, parentheses, Imprint Jones, life, which superhero universe would I be in, my backstory, and who would I play that you think I most relate to, or would I just be an all-original character? And who would you cast alongside me? Boom! You're lucky it's your birthday, bro. Because you're about to get your dreams made. No, I don't want to press that one yet. That one's a good one. I'm saving that one. Yeah, man. Let's go down the thing. Warner Bros. You're not doing Marvel. You're kind of dark and gritty. We're gonna do this we're gonna do a DC style backstory. Poverty-stricken father and son. Just fighting for the little guy. I like that. That's always been a theme that I've liked. You're an original character, no doubt. Imprint Jones, you got like a leather jacket and like Robin eyes. You know what I'm talking about? The little, you'd have to wear like the makeup and stuff. It creeps me out. But like, dude, yeah, for sure. for sure. Your cast, Bella Thorne, would be your love interest. That's all I got for you, T. Danny Glover would be your dad. I'm getting too old for this shit. Oh man. And then Nick Robinson would be like your how Static Shock had whatever his name was, Stevie, Bucky, dude, whatever his name was. Yours would be Nick Robinson. He played the older brother in Jurassic World, getting very popular in the acting world in Hollywood. Yeah, acting world. Yeah, Nick Robinson would be your buddy in crime, or heroics, I guess you could say. Dude, now we're going on to the question. Shout out to Imprint Jones. Happy birthday again. Happy 21st birthday to Imprint Jones. Okay. Question. What's something from the past that went out of style that you wish didn't? Now, I'm not talking about high waters, guys. I'm not talking about anything like Fat Farms, Echo Unlimited. No. Dude, what I put was the old hue on the commercials, like the yellow hue. Like, I don't know how we did it before HD, guys. Like, everything filmed pre-HD, there was just like this tint to it. And if you don't know what I'm talking about, then you can YouTube some 90s commercials. And they used to just catch your attention a lot more. It used to be a lot weirder, like I'm watching a Geico commercial. And it just doesn't have the same, I guess, stick-to-itiveness, but the straight to it, the straightforward aspect that a commercial does now, because our attention spans are so fucking small. Dude, so the only things that stay are jingles, and dude, I was on YouTube pretty much all day today, looking up old 90s and 2000s commercials for the sound bites. And you just see the commercial length shorten because we just can't handle it. So the only thing that sticks is like the fucking 877 cash now. Dude, how many of you have ever called one of those numbers? Or fucking get connected for free with education dude. Or freecreditreport.com. Dude, there's all of them. And those are the ones that stayed because our brains just picked up on. Anyways, the old hue is what I liked. It made me feel homey. It made me feel like I was watching television. And now everything just... Anyways. Good trailers. Yeah, good trailers. I saw the Black Widow trailer, and I feel like I watched the whole movie. That's why I don't watch trailers. I feel like I watched the whole movie. She gets with her sister. They find the guy from Stranger Things. They make a team, and then they battle these guys, and she's falling out of air. Come on, dude. Don't show me everything. Leave some mystery. So good trailers is what I miss. They got the trailer voice guy. They got the fucking misleading trailers is what a lot of them were. Like, how long did I have my hand like that? Dude. I miss a lot of stuff that went out of style, like the PSP, ICP. No. Oh, man. No. There's old stuff and there's new stuff, and I don't want to be a boomer about anything, but the way that life is going. Have you guys seen this Jake Paul, Floyd Mayweather thing? Like, what is boxing? Like, I like watching the UFC. You got your clowns that like to talk a lot and try to bring eyes to the sport. But the thing that these guys over in boxing are doing with the YouTubers, it's so baffling to me that they're giving us something to talk about on the weekly basis or on a weekly basis. And I like Canelo, one of the bigger boxers, gets paid like the 30 millions to fight, and he's fighting tomorrow, and people could just really give a shit less. Jake Paul snatches Floyd Mayweather's hat, and it's all over Barstool Sports. It's everywhere, everywhere, dude. So I thought that I'd throw that in there. My opinion on it is good for boxing. It's getting eyes on boxing. Logan Paul is actually going to be the one fighting Floyd, so I don't get the Jake Paul beef just yet. It's whatever. Like I said, MMA guys, boxing guys, these fighters, they try to get eyes on the sport. They want you to watch their fight. You need to be emotionally invested. I get that. Yeah, motherfuckers gonna get hurt playing around, dude, snatching people's things. Like, I get it though. I get it. Anyways, on to unlocking memories. The leather jacket from fucking Imprint of the Week. It reminded me of this bedtime story my dad used to tell me. And God, I love Zevia. And my dad used to tell me this bedtime story because I always wanted like a sitcom dad, and my dad was not that. That was like far from that. Like, no, go ahead and cancel that thought, Robert. You don't have a sitcom dad. I wanted like a Danny Tanner, like that kind of dad that he's going to sit on the edge of the bed and he's going to be like, it's all right, champ. Nah. Nah, I didn't have that. My dad, we went to a Heat game one time. Shout out to Mike. We went to a Heat game. It was Miami Heat versus the Charlotte Bobcats. Yeah, not the Hornets, the Bobcats. Because that's when I cared about basketball. Dude, we went, and he got these nachos, and he got like these weird looking pickles with them. And I'm sitting there next to him, and he goes, here, try one of these pickles. And I was like, man, that doesn't look like any pickle I've ever seen. And this was in 2006, so I had to be 10 or 11. I'm no fool. You guys know, and I had to figure a lot out on my own. I'm no fool. But I'd never seen these kind of pickles before. I liked pickles. Still like pickles. But these looked odd. So my dad, he goes, just try it. Like, he would only play so much. He'd be like, come on, try it. And then he'd be like, no. And then he would get to the point where, do it. So he got me to eat these pickles, and I crunch, and then I start to feel this burning sensation. And I look over at him, and he's got this biggest shit-eating grin on his face. I love you, Dad. They were jalapenos, and he knew they were jalapenos, and he knew that I had the assumption that they weren't fucking pickles. But you know what? He made me eat them anyways, because he was a fucking... he was a joker. And he would do stuff like he had this alien mask, super creepy alien mask. It wasn't too detailed, but it was like he would stand outside of my room, and at the fucking edge of the door, he would just poke out, and I'd be like, like I'd be doing my homework or something in like 3rd grade. He did it for years. He would just poke. And he, like, when he put it away, he would put it in the closet, like up in the top shelf of the closet. So when he did it, I knew that he was getting it down to come and to come and mess with me. Like, that's the kind of guy my dad was. Like, hated being the butt of the joke. But loved pulling pranks. And so I'd be like, Dad, will you do dad stuff? like you want to go play catch? And he would just work a 12, and he would be like, all right. And we would go out, and I would drop the ball more than twice, and he'd be out. Like, no, I'm not. We're out here to play catch. like, come tell me when you learn how to play catch. And so that's why I'm Butterfingers. That's why I'm Robert Butterfingers. I'm Rockefeller today. That's why I'm Robert Butterfingers Vasquez when I try to catch something. Yeah, man. So I'm probably about 4, 5, and I'm going through my thing where I'm like discovering like, oh, that's a dad, like that's what I want my dad to be like. And so I call him into my bedroom one night, and this is so serious. I'm like, hey dad, can you tell me a bedtime story? And to my surprise, he was like, oh yeah, I got you. And I was like, I was expecting him to be like, bedtime story, what the like, all right, go to bed, the end. I expected that. Like my dad was the kind of guy I'd be like, dad, he'd be like, that's my name, don't wear it out. Yeah, that's your anyways. So I'm like, can you tell me a bedtime story, dad? And he's like, yeah, sure, no problem. And so I lay down and I'm all in my covers. I never had to worry about like peeing the bed like Hank and Eli. Anyways, I lay down and he sits on the edge of the bed, Danny Tanner style, and he tells me basically the Little Red Riding Hood story, and then you sub in me. And so, long story short, the Little Red Riding Hood is walking through the woods, and she's got a basket of goodies. He's very vague about that. She's on her way to Grandma's house, and the wolf comes out of the bushes, and he's like, he gets her right then, like, give me the cookies, or whatever it is, goodies. And I come out, and then Dylan comes out, dude. It would hype me up so much. My dad was the best hype man. He would be like, and then Dylan came out of the woods, and he was like, hey, you wolf, you leave her alone. And he had a cool leather jacket, and his hair was slicked back, and he had sunglasses on. Basically, just put me as the Terminator mixed with Fonzie, and just the coolest guy, like super selfless, making him, just the narrator and the storyteller, and making me the hero. Like I'm gonna do that for my kid, like that's why I'm super excited to have children, is to do little stuff like that, like to make them the hero of the story. And so he'd be like, get away from her, wolf. And he didn't put too much violence in there. I think the wolf just ended up scurrying away. And so Little Red Riding Hood or whatever, she's like, oh my gosh, thank you so much, like, do you want to come back to my grandma's house and eat goodies or some shit like that? And I'm like, fucking, my goodies, not my, dude. Dude. And so Dylan's like, yeah. And he goes back to grandma's house, and she's like, oh my gosh, thank you for saving my granddaughter, or whatever. And gives me a big slice of chocolate cake. And at the time, I was indifferent about it. I'm not really a huge fan of chocolate cake, but he made it sound so fucking good, dude. And then he was like, and then a tall glass of milk. And it was basically, I save the chick, I go back to the house, I stuff my fucking face, I get laid somewhere in there. No, he didn't throw that in. But I get rewarded with goodies, cake and milk. And that's the story, man. We live happily ever after. And my dad wasn't a very vulnerable guy. And like I said, I wanted the sitcom dad, but I was always appreciative of the dad that I did have. How do I put this? He didn't like being vulnerable, but when he was, you need to appreciate it and not call him out on it, because then he'll put the wall back up. And that's where I get it from. I don't like to put the wall up. But if that's what I have to do to not feel vulnerable and not feel uncomfortable, then that's what I'll do, because I'm just like him. I'm just like you, dog. I love you, Dad. And that's unlocking memories. On to the results of the Debbie tournament. Now, from the very first week we opened this Debbie tournament, there were 32 Debbie cakes. And you guys narrowed it down to one. And I have the winner right here. We're walking with fudge round. We're walking. All right, take two. Action. I got the winner right here. we're rocking with fudge rounds. Oh, fucking nailed it, dude.
This is what dreams are made of.
Yes, dude. Yes. Yes, dude. We got the winner right here. You guys voted. I took the votes from the Robert Dylan Vasquez Instagram and the MoonRouteStudios Instagram, and that's how I did it the whole time. And we got the winner right here. Gosh, dude, let's unbox these. Dude, this is just me. I've never watched an unboxing video. So for you guys who have never watched an unboxing video along with me, I'm going to watch this back. And use guys, use all watching right now can no longer say that, unless you turn it off right now, but please don't turn it off right now. You can't say that you haven't watched an unboxing video now, because we open and I'm opening these like a caveman, by the way. We got fudge rounds, baby. Yes, dude. Yes, dude. Make it rain, dude. The winner of the Debbie tournament. Fudge rounds. Dude, against all odds. Against definitely a whole side of the bracket. Wiped it clean. Clean run. Not even any, competitors, contenders. I was going to say contenders first. You just don't get much better than that, man. You don't get much better than a fudge round. Dude, this has been episode 17 of the Quest. And I'm your host, Robert Fudge Round Vasquez. I hope you guys like the new studio setup. We'll keep playing with these buttons. Oh, God, that's so good. But for now...
Now it's time to say goodbye.
God, I love that. Like I said, I was on fucking YouTube all day. Not all day, but way too long. I'm doing research. If I'm going to do this, then I'm going to fucking do it. I'm going to get the lights that I want. I'm going to get the sounds that I want. Fucking... I'm going to get exactly what I want. I'm going to do what I want to do. Because this is our space. Our house. In the middle of our street. Dude, I better chill out. I'm going to get copyright infringement. Because I can't play too much of that song. And my voice is so scary accurate. Fucking our house. Dude. Thank you guys for coming. Drop some comments. Share this with your weird friends. No normies. Dude, I don't know if I want to make that a saying. No normies. I appreciate you all. We're 17 episodes deep and it's only getting better. Yes, dude. Yes, dude. Shout out to Young Calabaster for the Stream Deck idea. Shout out to Eli for the idea of the sounds. Dude, I was asking my brothers. I was like, what sound should I have? If I'm going to do sound effects. And my brother Hank replied. With like, what the fuck? Like, fucking, come on, dude. I won't rely on the soundboard too much, but we got some other sounds, dude. And I'm excited for you guys to be a part of this because I'm excited to present it. And we're out here for episode 17. Shout out to Imprint Jones. Happy birthday, Imprint Jones. Shout out to all my friends. Especially you. This has been the Quest with your host, Robert Rockefeller Vasquez. I'll see you later.